I don't know, it built up some tension and some frustration and anger, and we needed a way to let this out. Yeah, unfortunately, we haven't been able to tour with The Harvest as much as we would have liked to, because this crazy pandemic hit the world, and all of our shows in 2020 got cancelled. And instead of sitting there and crying, we decided to write a new record, just to make some progress and to move forward and to be creative, because sitting around for over a year or something was no option for us. And yeah, that's why we started working on new songs pretty much right away. I think in April or something, we really said, okay, let's fuck it, let's write songs and make a new album.
So I would say the songwriting process was more led by the attitude, just do it. So write the songs, don't think too much about everything, just write it, make it simple, make it brutal.
Yes, and a huge difference was that the songwriting wasn't interrupted by any touring, any shows, so we didn't have to be prepared for live gigs. We could totally focus on the songwriting, and that was very different to the records before. But actually that was the cool part, because it really gave us the chance to stay into the songwriting mode for a longer period of time without any interruptions.
We were perfect. I think
no challenges at all.
No
it was easy.
It was just perfect. Everything went well.
Yeah, actually, really everything went well. Also with the whole Corona restrictions, so that we didn't have the chance to be in the studio, everybody at the same time. But we figured ways out to make it a cool experience anyway. We were very well prepared in that moment when we entered the studio, probably much better than on the last records. So it was really totally smooth thing, and everything turned out the way that we wanted it to be.
What he says. Most of all, frustration is a big force that drove our lyrical side this time, and also Ben was more intruded in the lyric writing process. So this time we just parted and had four lyrics, 4 texts, 4 songs each.
Yeah, well, we have some songs on this record that are more political, and I think the reason for it is because the global political processes that are happening at the moment are so clear and direct, and everybody, it really affects the lives of everybody and of all of us. I don't know, it built up some tension and some frustration and anger, and we needed a way to let this out, and it was influencing us during the songwriting. And of course, when it's stuck in your head and you're writing lyrics, it's getting into there. This is different to the other albums because we didn't have a global crisis of that kind before, and so it's not just all about Corona. It's just all the things that came to the surface very clear and in a, I don't know, a very intense way. Blood of the children, blood of the weak, blood of the innocent. When it comes to the artwork, we wanted to try something new, something different. We didn't want to repeat ourselves over and over again. Just the same with the music. You always try to make progress and to develop in whatever direction. And this time, since the whole writing process and the whole attitude of the songs has a more rough and punkish feel, we also wanted the artwork to express that. And so we decided to go for something more of this raw, crusty, so to speak, Napalm Death style. And yes, a good friend of us, he came up with a layout for the front cover artwork, and we loved it right away. And yeah, so we went for this one, and I think it's great, and it totally represents the album for me.
Because there are so many details in this album, so when you know the songs and you know the lyrics, and you watch on this cover artwork, you see so many hidden features, and it's just it makes fun to look at this cover artwork.